that's really what we want to do, is how do we get as many members as we possibly can? But the challenge is you can't do it all with digital.
Correct.
Digital's one line in the water. And so, Matt, how many lines would you say you have in the water?
At any given moment, I'm working 5 or 6 different streams of marketing to most effectively get leads in. And how it works, and we'll talk about this a little bit more, is it's all layered, right? So everything works in conjunction with one stream or another.
Yeah. So digital's one of those streams, which is important, and you do it. You do a ton of it. But the other thing is we've got to remember that that's only one line. And so what we don't want to do is we don't want to get to the point where we cannot outsell our attrition. So Matt, you have pretty good attrition. Man, I think I might have attrition. See, that's why you don't talk and write at the same time. You guys know what it means, though. It's attrition. So Matt, you have pretty good attrition, but what's your attrition right now?
About 4% on average.
4% on average. Okay. Now, some of you guys, depending on where you're at in the country and the process you have in place, you might be seeing something a little higher, right? That really, with the pandemic and everything, it does play a role. But even if you have 4%, if you have 1,000 members, what's that come out to? It's 40 lost every month, which means you have to sell 40 just to get back to baseline.
Plus cancels and freezes and declines. So I look at about an extra 20 to 25% on this to get back to zero. So I need roughly 50, 55 memberships to break even in my stores each and every month. This is where the marketing stream is uber important. If we don't have our lead flow, like Mike said, we can't outsell that number. There's literally no way that we can do that. I will bleed every month.
Yeah. And so let's say you guys have 200 members, okay? And let's say on average your attrition, we're seeing some as high as like 8%, 10%. So let's go with 10% just for easy numbers. That means you're losing 20 members per month. That's what you're losing.
And pre-pandemic, does everyone know what industry standard is for your attrition? Do we know what we should be losing? If not, jot this down so you guys have a target. We want to stick between 4 to 6%. Industry standard is where we should be hanging around. Again, that was pre-pandemic. That doesn't mean that we can't hit those numbers right now, though.
Yeah, good point. So that means if you have 200 members, 10% is 20. Now, if your one line in the water, let's say, is digital ads, which keep in mind, guys, like a lot of people think I'm a marketing agency, so they hear me talk about this and they're like, man, he's really shooting himself in the foot. This is one of my lines too. The people that work with us and grow with us, they're doing like all the things that we do with them, including the stuff that we're talking about here. The people that come with us and then leave, they were just doing the one line. There's no, if you're just coming to us with the ads and say, hey, just run ads, you're literally getting a small fraction of what you'd be getting at a Loudroomer. It's like going to the best restaurant and going, hey, their free bread was pretty good and their appetizers were good, and then walking away and going, did you have the steak? Nah, I didn't have the steak. Did you have the dessert? No. Did you have some of the sides? Not really. Did you have the surf and turf? No. So you literally just got the calamari and the bread, and that's it. You get calamari and bread in a lot of places. Yeah, I know. So we really want to show you guys a lot of the stuff, and this talk's going to help a lot with that, which is really good. But if you're just running digital ads, and let's say you get 100 leads, which would be not a bad month, and let's say you're closing at 20%, which isn't a bad conversion rate on digital leads, well, then you're getting 20 members. Here's the problem. If you're losing 20 members and you're gaining 20 members, that right there is where you plateaued. It's done. You can't beat it anymore. You can't outsell your attrition. What Matt does is Matt has 3, 4, 5 other lines in the water that are each bringing him 10 to 15, 10 to 15, 10 to 15 members on a regular basis. So he doesn't count on this. What he also does is any sale he does make, he doesn't add it. He doesn't go, cool, I made a sale, let's get another lead in so I can see if I can make another sale. He multiplies it. So he'll take this person and he'll go ahead and get 3 more people, if not more, just from that person. And we're going to talk about his strategies for all this as well.